What are they doing there? What kind of character are they? You know what they did there? After shooting and killing innocent people at Lekki Tollgate, the soldiers, they quickly dashed to the Tollgate and they set it ablaze, burnt it. They didn't stop there. They went straight to the Oriental Hotel close by. They broke every glass, they broke everything there, set part of it ablaze as well. All of this so that they can justify the murder of innocent people. They didn't stop there. The following day, to clean up the crime scene, Lagos State government under Sowore, they mobilized Loma, made Loma go brush and clean the place of blood stains, the blood spill and everything on that spot. They clean everywhere. We have evidence, so we also have evidence. So, do you know that those who granted interview and said, yeah, people jumped into the lagoon, we rescued them, the shanty. You see the people who are living in the shanty next to that Tollgate, Lekki Tollgate, they pay the price too. You know what happened to them? A day after the OT, in order to cover up the crimes, the government of Lagos State mobilized their task force to the place and they demolished the entire slum there to cover up their crimes. So these guys had something to say.
So after they shot them, they took the bodies. DPO of Morocco. We see a face car where you blow one person here, put her out. Who this color? The DPO of Morocco. White and white. Only one guy. Only one Morocco DPO for here.
What about that madman?
For here. That night.
Morocco put the brake.
Close range shot.
Very close. Harmless.
There was a guy that was abnormal. He was seated at that speaker. The DPO just came immediately, saw the body. But didn't do anything. The body roll, didn't harass him. Just moved his pistol and blew the boy out. Immediately.
That Tuesday.
That was enough. When they were going down.
Chief, let me see this stuff.
And he shot him without any for no reason.
For no reason.
Let's see this one.
After that video, Lagos State government under Sowore, they demolished all the slums around that place. They demolished everything, chased everybody away because they said they told people what they saw. DPO of Morocco shooting and killing people on the streets, the ones they saw. After that video, the government came. Somebody said, what about their families? No, I'm coming to that. Don't worry. I've got more eyewitnesses. There is another one. Check this out.
Where the bullet? And he came back from the bar.
What's your name?
My name is Agbeje Fanyin. I'm a comedian. Precious Stone Comedy. I produce comedy skit on YouTube.
So you were shot here on October 20?
Yes, 2020.
Did you see other bodies?
Many people died. People was shot. One of the
you among what?
Dead body. The third is dead. They packed in with the dead body.
So where were you taken to? Where were you taken to?
So this is the Agbeje.
Those are those who survived. There are more people who have few to say. Listen to this.
We dey protest this on Monday when we start. We there, so at us the day when it happened, when they come before 5 o'clock p.m. they don't off street light and they not on us. So when they complain, when they on the street light for us, they not on. I will not see the person. Then before we know it happen, military and armed men from nowhere come start to shoot from distance towards us, and we refuse to run away because we are protesting. This is a peaceful protest. We haven't raising the Nigeria flag for them, for where they started the military map. They started shoot us direct, kill a lot of people. So the more that they kill, where they carry the body out, they give them. They will still keep shooting. More killing, where they carry more dead body, both the injury ones, they give them. Later, the Oga come, the general, similar ceasefire. So during that, we ceasefire. Before we know it happened again, they started shooting again. Direct bullet. Up to like 15 people died in my presence in the shooting because I was on the scene.
We are not relenting.
Well, I was on the scene. So we carry out the body, we just carry and they give them, they still keep shooting. Even as we are giving them the bodies, they refuse to.
The bodies.
Yes, and they still keep shooting. The army men, we the crowd, we go inside the crowd, they carry, they give them. The one with the kill, the one with the shoot, blame me.
So where are the bodies now?
They took it away. The military men took it away, took all the bodies. It's only the injured one they took to the hospital. After that, the military come, they calm down. They leave us, we did the scene also. Before we know it happen, police come, military men come out. Police started shooting us direct again. So now police now can't chase us away because they were just the DPO just say kill everybody, don't even allow one, kill everybody.
Oh, so it wasn't just the military that
it wasn't just the military.
The police also came.
The police also came.
What time was that?
That was after the military left. That was 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. The police came. Another killing, yes. The police came. They started shooting. They shoot us till we reach Lekki gate phase 1. After that, another police again for Morocco started shooting again direct bullets.
Is that why the people have that on rampage? Because we don't know whether it's the protesters that are now destroying government and private property.
Not really the protesters. It's not the protesters.
That's just a day after the massacre at Lekki. You can see that the guy is still like shaky as well. And you sit down conveniently to deny those they killed, and you're asking for their bodies because you have a system that protects criminals. The soldiers that participated in that program, the killings, the policemen that participated in that, they have all been rewarded, promoted, most of them. And that's it, because it never happened. That's it. And that is why somebody like Sowore can open his rotten mouth and spit gibberish, and the other buffoons, mofos around him, they will clap and they will say, yeah. I don't think this family, whenever they see the likes of Sowore, that stabs their loved ones once again with their rhetorics because of their politics, I don't think they will actually be so happy or ever pray for the character like that. Whenever they come across me, I won't. So, talking about the families of the victims, BBC did a sort of an interview, and that interview had the sort of a coverage too, call it a documentary of what happened on the night of October, on the night of the 20th of October, 2020 in Lagos, the victims. So if you have the time and you still have that, that energy of, you can take it in, because, I mean, relax back and watch this.
This is the moment the Nigerian army opened fire on young protesters. The shooting was captured on mobile phones and even live streamed on Instagram. So why, a year on, do Nigerian authorities deny it ever happened?
Massacre without blood or bodies.
By your own narration, nobody died.
Yes, my lord.
But we've been investigating and speaking to grieving families who are still looking for answers.
Despite everything that's out there, some people still think that this shooting at the Tollgate was fake.
They are liars because it happened to me.
I lost my best friend because of SARS.
To understand why the Lekki Tollgate shooting happened, you need to know why Nigerians were protesting in the first place. The Special Anti-Robbery Squad, known as SARS for short, was a police unit set up in 1992 to counter a wave of armed robberies by criminal gangs across Lagos and southern Nigeria. But over the years, SARS developed a reputation for brutality. Then, in October 2020, this video goes viral. It allegedly shows SARS officers shooting a man and then stealing his car. Authorities deny SARS are responsible, but after years of fear and frustration, the hashtag #EndSARS starts trending on Twitter. And within days, the biggest protest in a generation begin. Olalekan Abedin, also known as Biggie, is a regular at the Tollgate protest in Lekki. His family don't feel comfortable showing their faces on camera, but they want to let us know what Biggie was like.
He wasn't someone who would keep a grudge because he was jovial. In our area, he was popular because he was sociable and outgoing. If I ever needed anything, he would support me. There is so much I miss about him.
Despite the government announcing they will dissolve SARS, the protests continue. The government says hoodlums are hijacking the movement. On the 20th of October, to get the situation under control, the governor of Nigeria's most populous city, Lagos, announces a 24-hour curfew. It starts at 4 p.m. that day. A group at the Lekki Tollgate defies the order. Victor Sunday is one of them.
He's a comedian, so he liked to act comedy and sing song. That my brother was important, very, very important for me. He's my right hand.
Victor arrives at the toll gate in the afternoon. It's his first time attending a protest. Also in the crowd was Nathaniel's brother, Abuta.
He's a very nice boy. Have respect on me. Anything that I told my brother to do, he would do. He's the one who took my children go to school, coming back.
Nathaniel got a call that Abuta had been shot and he rushed to the scene.
I see a crowd of people gather for where is my brother on the ground. When I saw him, I fainted. They shoot him at ribs, by the rib side.
This video shows Abuta on the ground. It's his aunt's voice you can hear in the background. She's the one filming. Days after the shooting, Nathaniel took his brother back to the village to bury him. So why then, almost a year on, do some people still refer to the shooting as fake news? The first to cast doubt on the events of that night is the army. A week after their first denial, the army admits soldiers were at the Lekki Tollgate, but says they didn't open fire on any civilians. Then the army changes its story again for the third time, saying, well, actually, let's hear them in their own words.
They were pelted, and their response was to fire blank ammunition into the air. They were the peaceful protesters, no doubt, but they were also the hoodlums who sought to take advantage.
So at Lekki Tollgate, the troops under Colonel Bello were armed with blanks and live bullets.
Yes, my lord.
After admitting that soldiers were armed with live ammunition, the army has not yet responded to further requests to give evidence. But what about the other authorities there on the night? In the immediate aftermath of the shooting, the governor visits what he describes as shooting victims at nearby hospitals. He calls the incident the toughest night of our lives. A doctor at one of the hospitals later speaks of overwhelming scenes as dozens of people with gunshot wounds flood into his emergency room.
This is a case of a mass casualty. Priority is to save life.
Elisha was searching hospitals hoping to find his brother Victor.
I was checked, even searched at a general hospital at Lagos there, and one hospital like that, many places that I searched, but I could not find him. Up till now, I can't find him. I would like to see my brother's dead body, because he's my brother and I'm supposed to bury him.
Amnesty International estimates at least 12 people were killed across 2 protest sites on the night of the 20th of October. But many people are too scared to speak. And we've seen the threats some of them have received, messages telling them to stay quiet. But each video taken that night is a piece of proof. Because when you film something on your phone, it's imprinted with information called metadata.
It is only God that has everything to tell you.
This video of Victor Sunday shows the exact time and location it was taken. Using metadata, we've been able to verify videos from the Lekki Tollgate that night. This is what it would have looked like during the day, but this is what it looked like that night.
Everywhere full, scattered, and blood flew everywhere. Or even though the traffic light and the camera was break, they just shut everything down.
But Nigeria's Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, disagreed.
Available evidence so far points to the worst first case of massacre without blood or bodies.
Do you understand when people get emotional whenever they are talking about NSAS? There are people who actually lived and they are still living that horror of that night 3 years after. Do you know that? There are families that have not even gotten, they have not received any closure because the Nigerian military took the bodies of their loved ones after they killed them and they probably go and dump them in a shallow grave somewhere, probably poured acid on them to bury evidence. So if you want to play your politics, right, and you think you are kind of, you have a bragging right to use NSAS to mock the victims of what happened that day, I can tell you this for free. Even many of you, even though today there are many people who were in that protest too, but they are now on the side of a Kolu, the Ashiwaju Awon Were, Ashiwaju Awon Ule, Ashiwaju Awon Apanyan. But nevertheless, that won't change the fact of what happened. And there's no amount of lies. There's no amount of, twisting and the rest of that. It's going to take that away. Because every time you try that out, you may not know, okay? You may think it's your bragging rights. Kill them. They want to try and start again with us. You think you are bragging, Abi? You are setting the stage for the revolution that is going to consume not just your leaders. It's going to consume some of you. Because at the end of the day, you have to prove the fact that you are just a sufayos. If you are watching the Chinese movies, right? There are people they call the sufayos. The sufayos are the ones that will just rush. And they say, boom, 1,000 people blown away. You know, they are stupid people. They are just like that. They pop them. Sufayo, even actor, where they kick and beat people, he can beat 1 million sufayos. See, this guy good though. You know what I mean? So you end up as sufayos. You are setting the stage for it. The criminals in charge of Nigeria lost it 3 years ago, but they don't know. And I don't think they do still. Some of you think that election is going to change that. That's a starter, okay? I mean, something is going to spark it back. You see what they did 3 years ago? It is an unforgivable sin that nobody should by any means, if they have any kind of morality in them, anyone, even tangible one, if you're not part of them, should ever be associated with APC, Egbekegbe, Akpa, People's Congress, Al-Qaeda People's Congress. So you can brag and say, oh, this didn't happen, but there are families, and don't pray that what happened to them should happen to you. But I just know that Nigeria will eventually pay you for your good service and patriotism, as they will say. One of the thugs hired, this one no hear English, so check your screen. One of the thugs hired to carry out the attacks on the people of Abuja that day. He had this to say, it's on record. Check.
Ana zanga-zanga ne akan waɗanda suka fito akan sun fito zanga-zangar SAS a janye hukumar SAS. Wasu sun fito sun tare titi ana zanga-zangai sai aka kira 'yan uwanmu su zo su wai su koro ƴan masu zanga-zangai. Kowa ya rika wucewa kan titi. Sai aka samu matsala tsakaninsu da gwamnatin da suka kama hayaniya har ma aka rasa rayuka guda 4 a gurin.
Su waye da waye kenan da suka rasu?
Akwai Muhammad, akwai Sani, akwai Sadiq, sai kuma Ali Sidi, shi kuma yana asibiti a kwanci.
To waye dan wanka a cikin su?
Dan uwansu shi Sadiq.
Wanne ne dan wanka a cikin su?
Sadiq, wanda ya rasu.
Wanda ya rasu?
Eh.
Anya ya rasu.
Anan hanyar Bega.
Okay.
Kusa da gadan nan.
Anya sun kai gurin. Ai abun ba nasu bane.
Ba su kai wajen ba kafin su karasa wajen ne aka samu tiyaga da duka. Shi kuma mota ya tazo ta kansa ta wuce.
To waya anya shi ya kai gurin, ya anya har kai gurin, ya je gurin.
Tura sa aka yi saboda su ne suna gaba. An ce su tafi da makamai da addina da gorori su je su kori wai hukumar.
Su je su kori hukuma.
Su je su kori.
Wai ya tura su gurin.
Wanda chairman Nasiru Bode. Chairman
Nasiru wai?
Nasiru Bode. Shi ya zo ya ɗauke su a matsayin cewa je su tarwatsa wa'annan masu zanga-zanga. Je su tarwatsa su wa'annan masu zanga-zanga.
Okay.
Kuma aka samu matsala.
Chairman na union ne ko wani yin chairman?
Union.
They packed them to go and help them attack protesters. So the protesters resisted them. As his brother was running away, he got run over by a car and he died. That also happened that day. I don't know where the guy is right now. I don't know if he's still available for hire in Abuja. There are many there. A chaotic place that you can just see the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy smells. I remember when they displayed these people and said they are those that were caught with the stolen goods. Remember when they killed people at Lekki? Lagos State went into a riot mode. Riot mode. Now, riot mode was that people who have already been locked up or locked down, I believe they call it COVID lockdown then, suffering and dying inside their houses. They saw an opportunity to go and bust different stores in their different communities. So the police in Lagos, they started the raid. And do you know how they were arresting those they arrested? Because they were caught with what they stole in their different homes and all of that. And they displayed them. You know what I mean? And to this day, we don't know what they have done to them or if they have been released or not. But when you see the Lagos Abobakus, they always get a boner. They get boner. Now, so they are so ready to masturbate in public when they want to blame the NSAS protesters for what they unleashed on themselves in Lagos. Abi, ask them, where are these people today? Because they are not protesters. These ones are not protesters.
Raise your head up,
to them. This was like a week after. This is not even like NSAS or anything, no. We are talking about the 27th, 28th of October. This was like when people are beginning to discover palliative here and there. But guess what? The Lagos Agberos with a smartphone and the rest on social media, they will continue to, and it is deliberate. You will think they don't know. They know, they do. Because they are those sending threats on social media. Tomorrow we'll go show you this and that. I mean, I was here. I have all the record. So if I sit down and I see somebody who say, I'm an elderly person, you need to respect me. Respect you when you are actually talking nonsense in your bigoted mind, with your bigotry that is so clear, and your hypocrisy that is so obvious. You are coming to Mayegun to give you, respect when you see elderly people lying and they continue to, that's something. If you are lying, and you continue to repeat the lie and repeat, you begin to believe the lies. So it's deliberate. Look at it today. Any small thing. Hey, they want to come and burn our Lagos. See what you have done. So they are not responsible. They don't take responsibility for anything. Even when you show them the evidence of their madness, they will say, are you sure? Are you sure that is that true? Even if it is true, why are you showing it? Are you not a Yoruba man? Are you not supposed to be a Yoruba man? Can't you just be a Yoruba man? And then, millions of people have become the victims of what Nigeria has to offer because of the Olori Brukus that are your leaders. Yes, I say it. Olori Buruku làwọn tó ń lead yín. Okay? And you cannot you cannot blackmail people like us anymore. Are you not a Yoruba man? You must be an Omoale Yoruba. There is no better Omoale in Yoruba land than your Olori Buruku leaders. Since 1999. This is 2022. Yorubas, your Olori Buruku leaders, whether Repo, whether Councillor, and the rest of you, your Olori Buruku Mashanfani, Olofo leaders, they have been in charge of Yoruba land for 23 years. Education, zero. Infrastructure, zero. And yet, you are looking for Omoale. Who else is Omoale? Your leaders who are the Omoale, who have already mortgaged, not just the land, the people, including the ones that you are yet to born. That is why you are looking for who to blackmail with Omoale. Are you not a Yoruba man? Are you not supposed to be a Yoruba man? And you know say, are the people who made Yoruba land poorer and the Yoruba people poorer? Today, are they Hausa or Igbo? You are looking for Omoale. If you are looking for authentic Omoales, they are on your phones. They are your profile pictures. They are your cover photo on social media. They are your profile picture on your WhatsApp. The Olori Burukus that you use as your profile pictures here and there for 23 years. Look at you. And should you say that? Why don't you just not, why don't you just, patch it? Don't patch and look at you today. So if you're looking for those who have betrayed Yoruba land, there are no other people than those who have the opportunity of making it even better, safer, prosperous, and indeed a pride. Yes, a pride to you that they have turned to that humbled slaves, a crumb eater, a crumb chaser at your age. You turn to a bigot, a liar, and you are looking for respect. Oh, Nikure. Don't let your children be like you. They are lying, turning things around, and they are doing so not because they actually care. It's just because of what they are getting from it or what they stand to get from it. And then they will blackmail the rest of you to accept this same, come on. So nobody is spared. And let me tell you this. Everything, I've told people, I said, listen, okay, don't bother yourselves. In fact, don't beat yourself up for this. The criminals in Nigeria are doing the best job. They are raising ignoramuses whose bellies controls, and as it is, they cannot decide for themselves other than what they are told. And in this case, they are being led to the slaughterhouse. Even when they are being led to the slaughterhouse, they are made to smile. If you follow the mob, you will perish with them. That's what I see. My friend, go and get your PVC. My friend, come back to Nigeria. Or the whole thing is scattering over you there. Look at it. Now go do the job. Now we go report time. I just hope you will live long enough so that you can say, I wish I actually knew this before then. Or never. So a rigged system like that of Nigeria serves nobody's interest in the long run. Oh. Even if they have turned it into turn by turn and a lying industry, so to say, it doesn't serve the, when they say a rigged system, it is a system that is against those who are even operating it, even those who are your leaders. They are going to be victims of that same system until it bursts. And when that happens, right? You are not going to be queuing up and shouting one Nigeria, my brother. Honestly, you won't. You will be identifying with who you are for real. And that is why I don't care whether you like me or not. I just want you to know that whatever it is that is happening now, the longer it is taken, you probably have a role you are playing in that. If you succeed, or let me say, if you survive what is coming, I can bet it. I mean, I can to some extent that you will dare not thread that path again. I mean, take that to the bank. So when the likes of MC Olueron and other bigoted, ignoramuses on social media, no matter how they are, don't give them any respect. Choke them as much as you can. Anywhere you can. Don't let anybody blackmail you with any respect. These are scums. These are like the worst of the worst. And it doesn't matter. Oh, I used to respect it. Don't respect who it is. In this day and time and reality, you see that your uncle that is following Tinubu, APC, Egbekegbe, is a threat to your life. I'm saying this to you, even if you are a member of APC, Egbekegbe, you are personally a threat to your own life too. Maybe you don't know. Now, if it's just about you being a threat, a danger to your own life, I mean, if you explode and do pafuk anywhere, people will just say, well, that's you. But you are like a walking time bomb, every one of you. So if you don't know about that, you will soon figure it out. So as it is, I hope I have managed to rejiggle your brain about what really happened. No matter how long they tell the lies and how much they repeat those lies, you should never in any way fall for them. Like I said, you are preparing for election, they say. They are preparing for war or to rig the election. Now, if they rig that, I don't know if you are already getting yourselves prepared for a big revolution. It's war. You are not prepared, if you think these guys are giving up just like that. No, you are not prepared. But go and get your PVC, go and shout this or that. They are the preparation you need. When you finally reach that point and realize that, that is not enough, you will switch gear. It's going to be spontaneous, be simultaneous, whatever that means, okay? It's just going to be, immediate. So just have that at the back of your mind. Because as you are watching this broadcast at this moment, the Supreme Court governor of Owerri, Hopeless Uzodingba or Hopeless Uzodinjo of Owerri, has instituted, well, he's done that quite a time now, right? Few months back, he's already approached the court that, listen. No, try and rubbish everything, okay? This thing where everybody wants to say they won't chase us out and all that, it's not going to happen. And somebody needs to make it legal. Yes, you passed the law. Bukwari signed the law. They call it a beavers. Is that beavers? I don't know the meaning, okay? But I can tell you what they told me is the meaning of their beef or what it's all about. Now, their beavers is that once you get your voter's card, PVC, you will just go to the polling unit on the election day. When you get there, your name, your picture is right there on the list as a registered, verified voter. Then they will collect that PVC from you, confirm it with your biometric, your fingerprint. Then after that, they will take you to a camera and you will smile to the camera. Pam. If that picture is different from the picture on your, you know what I mean, on your permanent card, you can't vote. So what they said that would then do is this. Sure, you know that getting PVC as they talk is not what actually brings your criminals to government. You know that, or you don't. Well, I'll tell you. There is this racket in your INEC since I have known them, okay? That racket is that after you go to the regular polling unit and you register to vote, there are some invincible polling units that have similar numbers of voters, but they are invincible voters, okay? Not just that. These rackets, or these people, the way they work, whenever the election is now approaching, what they do is that they carry the bags of your permanent voter's card. They give them to political parties of everywhere. They share to them, okay? Then they will now set the INEC office ablaze. Some of you will not have to collect your card anymore. So on your day of election, what they have to do is just to make sure that are those invisible units and the places they are popular, they can multi-tom print and the rest of that. Nobody will verify anything. That's it. They will use a kuro. You know that, what's they call a kuro? A kuro is what? Palm nut, palm fruit, I don't know. So they will use that, palm kernel, what have you. They will use that to thumbprint thousands, if not millions. So this your beavers is going to stop that. So it simply means even if they have collected, you know, right now, there are women, APC, PDP, they are collecting people's voters' card. They are collecting them, promising to give them money during the election, but they should submit their voter. It's a routine. They do that. All right. So the beavers will not let that work. And that's their structure, political structure in Nigeria. The one that the ombud slave, who is a victim of that same system, will be telling you, your papa, may your papa go contest the election if you don't like waiting they happen, or you can leave Nigeria. The Olori Bruku is also a victim of the same system, will be telling you, the structure is that system that I just told you now. Okay. Oh dear. Sorry. I'm coming back. 1 second. Sorry.
Gentlemen, I would have loved to stand in front of you and talk about sustainability. It's a very fantastic buzzword for governance. But I'm here mostly to talk about things that are not sustainable anymore in Nigeria. I want to state clearly, while you are happy that I talked about another candidate, but I want to talk about one of you that carried out an unsustainable act of accounting, which is the stealing of over 150 billion naira by the Accountant General of the Federation. That is not sustainable. Oh.
Sustainable. Sure, I'm coming. Sorry, somebody came in, and that's my own way of quickly attending to some. Don't worry. So the beavers would make you, or make it impossible for them to, do all that multiple. And I think that's just in southern Nigeria. So, and they have to transmit your results after they do all that verification, transmit your result through electronically, blah, 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 blah. I mean, leave all that. Place Uzodijo or Uzodingba of Owerri, the Supreme Court governor of Owerri, is in court. Right? That, no, we know if you use that thing. That thing over here help us. It is not going to have, we don't have internet everywhere, that stuff. So they are waiting for court to say, no, don't use that during your election. They are not stopping there. There are already moves to get the man who spent almost 1 billion, almost 2 billion naira for him to get reappointed as your INEC chairman. The same rogue that read 2019 election. The people who used him are now feeling like, no, we don't think this one will be, no go fit do the job anymore. We need somebody else. And they could do it. I tell you, see, something go trigger the revolution. Now, go sit down one day and say, wait till be all of these, everybody come out. I tell you, you may not have that election. Honestly, they will push it. They will do a lot of things that will make you feel like, wait till be, your answers too may start before your election or immediately after it. So when you get your PVC, maybe that thing will go make your commitment to say, well, we'll go fight to the ball. Maybe I'm just over-exaggerating. Am I? Maybe I'm just, overreacting. But there could be a court judgment any moment from now that will tell you, no, you are not going to use that anymore. Now, by that moment, you go know say Kaki no be leader, Abi? And you go understand Nigeria that indeed, they are not just going to just melt away because all of them want to take them down. We are going to take the establishment down. We are going to rescue Nigeria. We are going to take our high right. As we say in Scotland, they say high right. They're not going to look away. So they will either trigger you to react before then, or they will trigger you to react after it. One of the two, I'll put my money on that. Sure, I would put my money on that. But they are not stopping there. Remove him. But there are some people where they cause trouble, where they expose all this move. They say DSS are now hunting INEC staff for not for some investigation. You think it's a joke? Just 2 weeks ago or so, APC, Bekegbe, they appointed 18 commissioners, all of them members of APC, as INEC commissioners. Go and get your PVC. Go and do everything they say may you do. Okay? At the same time, if you like it, if you take my advice, as you they get PVC, they buy gas mask. Gas mask, bulletproof, is it they call that whether they put for Akoto? Wait till be that Akoto again. Helmet, bulletproof helmet, night vision goggle. What's it they call that one? Night vision goggle. Goggle. The glasses that is useful in the night. Water bottle. You know that gas mask is going to prevent what's it they call them? When they shoot your gas. I'm just giving you the tip, okay? Just like somebody keeps saying it to me and said, Mayegun, listen, if we want to keep Yoruba land safe, we should invest in ballistic, I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's a ballistic protection, protective guard, which is, what they call the bulletproof, ballistic this. We need to get the people, this is also on boot. I said, Baba, so this one will be say, talk, get them this, get them that. People are sending that to me. You need to get them AK. I said, but why you they talk like that? If you just go Tesco, go buy AK-47 or Mark 9, I'll be Mark 20. And I'll begin to ask for bulletproof this or that. But it's good. I love that. But me, I'm not saying you should go and get AK Mark 49 and all that. Too. I'm saying that as they tell you to get PVC, make sure say, no, you don't need handkerchief. Oh, see? You need face mask, gas mask, rather gas mask. Gas mask will cover your eyes. It will cover your entire breathing and everything. Okay, and you carry the gas. I mean the oxygen behind you. So with that, you don't need handkerchief. But if you know if you afford the gas mask, I beg you, make sure say you get yourself a lot of handkerchiefs, and then you also get yourselves a lot of kerosene that will be filled inside the spray, so that you can spray your face and all of that, because it's not going for PVC. I'm not trying to scare you. Do you get that now? I don't know if you know that, because now they prepare for election, then they prepare for war, and that war is that you have become a threat, and becoming that threat is not just something that all of you can find funny in. It's not funny to them. This is their life. It's like a life and death for them. If you kill Nigeria, you have killed all of the they stole from Nigeria. If you break up Nigeria tomorrow, you have you have separated them from all of their loot, what they've stolen from you. I swear, honestly. So anything that could lead to that, they will do everything they have, use every resources in their disposal, to fight back. And fighting back include what happened there at Lekki Tollgate 3 years ago. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to rile you up. Just know your enemy. In 48 Laws of Power, they said, choose your enemy carefully. Be wisely, Denny. Do not fight a wrong enemy. When you see these criminals, they are right enemies. So when you know them properly, you are likely going to defeat them. You have the number, but they have the whip. In a way, they actually know how to use them. So when you see breaking news tomorrow, INEC cannot use BFAS. INEC cannot this and that. I don't know, maybe you'll get angry or not, but me, I will be laughing, because it's easier to predict what is going to happen. And I'm just waiting, like Nostradamus. We are waiting for the day everybody go. They know that Nigeria not for them. I mean, the day you will be able to say, Omo, I have been deceived enough. And with what is left in me, I am going to champion, advocate, and encourage that every one of us that truly love Nigeria, if you love Nigeria, look at me very well, if you love Nigeria so much, you will join those who are asking for the peaceful dissolution. That is the beginning of the peace, unity, and hope, and every other thing that politicians might be promising you. Anything less than that, look at me very well again. We call it kicking the can down the road. I am not one of those that will discourage you from trying. But look at me again. You won't be the first person to try to say, we can fix Nigeria. Somebody said, Mayegun, let me tell you something. I said, say it. He said, Mayegun, I have seen Nigerians who have hated Nigeria. Then they came back again to like Nigeria. Then they hated Nigeria again. Then they like Nigeria again. And he said, it's because of whatever is going on in that place. I said, you are missing it. Nigeria has never been this divided before. Do you understand what that means? Do you or you don't? Nigeria is experiencing what Nigerians and Nigeria has never experienced before. No thanks to APC, Egbekegbe. They are not backing down. They don't feel guilty of what they've done. They are giving themselves an award, celebrating themselves. What does that tell you? It simply means that you have not seen Shege. In fact, you have not seen anything. You go still see Shege. And the more Shege you see, the more you realize that this is not 1990. This is not 1980. Hello? This is not early 2000 when they were telling you that democracy is going to change everything. Everything don't propose. Okay? Yes. Nigerians will say, I hate Nigeria. I hate that place. There's something will just happen. Like some are hoping now. Let's say Obi is the president. Everybody will now start saying, yeah, yes, Nigeria may be great. No, come on, calm down. You have no idea the damages yet. But maybe, like I said, as they say, life is a teacher. The more you live, the more you learn. Yemi of blessed memory, my great grandma, she said, whatever you are going to use to tell your own history or story, my people, now from here, this earth, you are going to meet it. The experience here is going to tell you what I used to tell you all the time. I might be blunt. I might be, like they say, get respect. I know. I mean, I don't have respect for criminals. I don't, whether old or young. No, I don't. But eventually, you are going to turn around and say, wow, I wish I knew this. Or I have agreed with this guy a long time ago. So I'm not in a rush. I am that teacher that will come back and say, not to say I told you so, but I will tell you that now that you know, what are you going to do? Keep it same? Make a move to change the direction? Or just pretend that all I said this while is just nonsense, Abby? Whatever your choice is, I've done my part, like always, right? And I'll continue to do so. I'll take a few calls tonight, by the way, just from people who have said that they want to, be part of it. I've seen some messages there as well. But you're going to give me just a minute or two to make my tea as usual, okay? So you will be able to call in. And it's just a WhatsApp call only, by the way. So when I get back, I'll start taking those calls. So don't go anywhere if you want to be part of our set tonight. I'll be back. Òsìkọ̀tẹ́ máa ṣe o, ó ti yẹ yín báyìí sí inú ń bẹ wúrẹ́, ó ń fẹsẹ̀ halẹ̀. Ṣé ó tẹ olówó ẹ̀ pa ni? Ẹ ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ o.
Tọ̀rẹ́ ni kí ló gbójúlé tó fi ṣe bí ọlọ́ba.
Kí ló gbójúlé tó fi ṣe bí ọlọ́ba? Ọmọ ẹ̀ṣẹ́ ò pa. Bàbá, ẹ ló dẹ̀. Come on, face for real. You know what I mean? So we need truth. You know, lies can fly, but truth is constant. They say it's like it's always there. It can't change.
Baba? No, they change it all. Wọ́n ní ògbà òyò èyí tó tí wọ́n bá lọ lógún ọdún. Ìjọ kan tí òtítọ́ bá jí báyìí ó máa jí báyìí. So kò sí nǹkan tán lè ṣe. Okay, mo rí gbogbo clip tó show yìí. Oh, by the way, bàbá ègùn ló ń sọ̀rọ̀. Tí o mọ̀ pé ó dà pé mo ti mọ̀ bàbá ègùn.
I mean, easily. Mo ti profile picture, but thanks enough. Share so that our listeners can know that it's you, Baba. Now I had the voice here as you wanted to.
Been a long time. What is going on?
Unnecessary, say. I mean, look at how confident they have become. Every time they say, and they come and burn Lagos. These people came here to come and destroy our Lagos. They are the people who, I mean, like, they keep repeating that and they believe that. I mean, they do believe that.
Do you know,
Baba?
During that, and question to man be anyway. Ṣé àwọn èèyàn wọ̀nyí kọ́ ni wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn wọn ní Lẹ́kì nígbà tó ṣe òkè? Mo ń bí àmì question yẹn pé àwọn èèyàn kọ́ náà pa àwọn ọmọ wọn Lẹ́kì ni. Àwọn èèyàn wọ̀nyí kọ́ náà pa ẹ̀gbọ́n wọn, àbúrò wọn, ọmọ wọn, cousin wọn nǹkan kan ní Lẹ́kì ni. Kí ni wọ́n ń rò náà? Kí ló dé? Kí ni wọ́n rí lára àwọn pípù ìtòlú Ọlọ́run? Wọ́n torí bí táwa wà yìí ló ń mú ká máa. Don't just get it.
And they are so shameless about it. They have no shame.
I'm angry.
When they speak to you, you are just like so enraged. Like, why are you talking like this now? Like, why don't you sorrow about it now? I mean, don't you have any feelings at all? No, it's all lies, Jare. There's nothing like that. We are the one here. We are the one here. We saw them what they did.
That's their language.
How can you be talking like
that's
this?
Their language. We are the one here.
A bunch of hypocrites, liars.
He's a PhD holder.
Yeah.
Ó sọ fún mi pé kémi má jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn kan máa parọ́ fún mi. Mo ní ó dà ìkórè ò pé.
Orí ò dẹ̀ pé lóòótọ́.
Who are those people lying to me? Mo ní who are those people lying to me? So you think I cannot think by myself? I cannot like you?
With your eyes, you are discussing with somebody and he's telling you that whatever you see, but I saw video now. No, it's a video shop. He hasn't seen them all. But because they are programmed that way,
you know, that was the time
some of them are here.
That was the time Princess sọ̀rọ̀ kan níbí. Ó ní àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n bí kalẹ̀, gbogbo àwọn tó wà Nàìjíríà tán bí kalẹ̀ yẹn. Ó ní wọ́n ti straight in brain wọn to the sense pé wọ́n mọ̀ pé iná láti wà 24/7.
No.
Every time mo máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn fún cousin mi. Wọ́n mọ̀ wípé ọ̀nà láti wà.
Should be enjoying that. So it's like it's not theirs. They shouldn't.
It's only with the generation. They don't know the tap water. You know when we're coming from school, when we are young, I'm already tap water.
When we're growing up, yes, so tap water, street water. I mean, now bowl you get now bowl.
All these people know borehole. They don't know real government tap water. They don't know. Most of them monitor fight for it. Just fight for this kid. Please fight for this kid.
Sir?
Something will happen very soon.
We will keep reminding them.
Everybody knows something is going to happen.
We will continue to remind them.
Hey, Daddy, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yes, sir. So, Babaigun, thank you so much for stopping by the way. I have another person on the line there. Hello there.
Hello, Maikon. How are you?
I am very well. How are you? Is that Ken?
This is Ken.
See? You're there.
Yeah, I'm here. This is Ken from Maryland.
Yes, Ken from Maryland, Baba. So you are live. Everybody can hear you, by the way. So go on.
Yes. Yeah, just like the last time I spoke to you, I told you, and I say it again and again and again, that the problem of Nigeria is its own very people. Look at that video. See, watch from the video, from the CNN video, from the other videos that emanate, you can see that when you ask the next question you ask is, what kind of school, or what exactly the qualification of this so-called Sowore or Sowore, Tinubu and the rest of them, what kind of qualification do they have to become either a governor or whatever they call themselves? And you're seeing a video showing from various angles how people were butchered, people were slaughtered, and you're coming and you're saying it's fake news, and you're saying it did happen.
3 years after, they are telling themselves it's fake, and they are believing that. That's so annoying, isn't it?
Exactly. Am I able to add to it? Before I came to this country, I used to be an instructor with defense. I was attached to various military installations, especially the training section of it. And one of the things that I know that I've worked with these people is that they know how to create what is called propaganda.
Yes.
Create things that it makes it look as if it didn't happen. Why? The video, there is picture showing, and even the shell casing that you use in firing and killing people.
What else would you want to agree that you committed a genocide against your citizens like that?
Exactly. It is there. And while I was there, I picked up and I learned their system of operation. And those are among the very few things that I said to myself, no, I need to get out of here. I cannot, in my own clear conscience, stay like this, and then find myself living a lie, and living in an institution where it's all made of lies. Mayego, look, you said it before, you've said it again and again. Yes. I don't care what anybody wants to call you or call anybody for what your statement. What they hate is the truth. They hate the truth. They will do whatever it takes to kill that truth. But guess what? Like I said, the truth will shine light.
Truth never dies.
Will continue to exactly. And again, Mayego, look at Tinubu. Look at that video you showed, the one where he was talking when the women were screaming. I don't know whether they think they're in
like
a zoo or in a market.
Yeah, he was praying for them.
Exactly. So, and look at that video. Then you just examine that video. You will see that 80 to 90% of everybody in there are their children. Mind you, I've been at home for 7 months. 80% or 90% of them, they either their relative or somebody was killed or injured during that incident.
Yes,
and they are here. They are there supporting this.
Just
this
for themselves, I believe.
This, I'm telling you, this buffoon, this buffoon. And then you have his two boy, his boy. So that one too is also Gabonizing his own troop.
Yes.
The other day when I watched the video you were showing about Sowore, that one. You know, remember I told you, I said I have one of his cousins that is here in Maryland here.
Yes.
That I thought that I met him again just recently about a day or two ago.
They live in Maryland, I believe. I think his wife lives there, and one of the kids actually live there too. I know that, and he's flaunting them on social media. By the way, this is not like a secret, you know.
Exactly. And guess what? When I saw that one, you know what I told him? I said, "Oh, did you watch the video of your person with his Agboro troops parading themselves in the city of Lagos, just saying that they are doing their whatever their million march?" I said, listen, a corrupt human being is a corrupt human being. It takes the grace of God if that person comes out of that corruption, especially when he's already whining and dining with the devil itself. So that's what you are seeing. What we're going to see, like you always say, is a shit.
It's gonna be a shit show, as you say it in America, but it's gonna be a build-up shit show, right? And the build-up is what we are now putting together. We are seeing it, okay, and we will never miss out on that. Ken, thank you so much. Let me take another call again tonight, okay? For always. Thanks so much for stopping by. Florence Yomitotu. Thanks so much for your super chats as well. I got them. Hello there. Hello, sir. Alpha. Sorry, Talon Sorrow. I didn't hear that. Victor, you said, yeah? Yeah. Nice one. So, Victor, is this also from Maryland? Did you say?
No, from Jersey.
Oh, from Jersey. So, Victor, you are live. Everybody can hear you, Baba. So you can please go on.
I want to say Michelle.
I want to hear a share quadrotio.
Strengthening you.
Amen.
You are a source of energy and happiness for especially me.
Well, thank you. But some people said I'm the source of what do you call it? Hypertension for some people. I won't stop talking about their leaders. So they said if you go onto Mayegun's Diary Politico, if you go onto the Facebook, you'll see there like Mayegun, violence, 8 a.m. in the morning. It's just like we just wake up into it. And everything I do, people believe that I'm just trying to provoke the Tinubu and others and others. So if you say I'm a source of happiness, I mean, that's so commendable. I like that. Thank you.
When it comes to like constantly, like not to process.
That's true.
I heard this from a woman. I was talking to her. It's about 18 years old. Also,
like I mean, like 24/7, like, is that real?